Hey, howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering of my sampler platter. I did a little bit out of order, but we're still going to keep rolling with it. Why? Because that's just how Brandon Wenzel productions go. That's not a thing. It's just this guy. There's no LLC, there ain't nothing else. I'm just doing what I need to do. What is that, by the way? Well, folks, I'm over here. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna try out foods and drinks and things and stuff and everything. To eat stuff and talk about stuff and let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. While I'm doing a Peter Can Thunderbolt pose, there's some Marvel figure. There's a crappy old ladder. You might see my little hamster. She's who run around. She's adorable. I think she's sleeping right now. Top of that, wearing cool shirts. A little bit hard to see because of the sun. Fuck you, sun. Go over there. Got Yukari Oshima, Moonlee, two badass ladies from the 80s era of Hong Kong. Go check out their stuff, okay? Iron Angels, excellent movie. Just saying. What am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, boom, we got fancy Kit Kats. These are Arabic coffee Kit Kats. Ooh, fancy and snazzy. Yeah, I went over there. I've done a number of these videos. I bought a bunch of import stuff, snacks and everything. Now I'm running through it, much to the chagrin of my gut. But hey, man, live with it, all right? Don't worry, we're working on that end of things. But anyway, yeah, I saw they had a whole bunch of options. I've done some international Kit Kats before, as well as some other weird Kit Kat flavors that were available here in the U.S. Go ahead and look up those videos. I couldn't not. Not only is it like just weird, and not in a bad way, but unusual, but it's, it looks really fancy and everything. It's got the neat script and stuff. I guess they're from like quote unquote the Middle East. It says Egypt, Morocco, other countries. Yeah, Care Center for Nestle Middle East and North America. So, apparently it's Kit Kat wafer figures with milk chocolate with coffee pieces and cardamom flavor. Sugar's the main ingredient. There you go. Manufactured by Dubai, apparently, is where this came from, or at least was manufactured. So, my only point of contention I have with this, I thought it was going to be like a bigger bar. I really did. Because I just bought the one, and it's like, what if it's really good and I want another one? I mean, granted, I could order another one, but if I would have known it was this big, I'd have maybe gotten two. So, let's try a weird Kit Kat. I'm very hopeful. And Kit Kat knows what they're doing. Okay, I don't think I've met a Kit Kat I don't like, but, just varying levels. Folks, varying levels. Open. Open. Alright. And luckily, I ordered this stuff at the time I'm doing this. It's during the winter, so, stuff actually came in not melted. I bought some sake ones at one point in time from Japan, and they didn't hold up all that well in the mail, believe it or not. Open. This one's a little bit melty though. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit careful with it. Kit Kats, and it looks like there's like, I guess that's coffee pieces or nougat or some shit. Let's try a thing. Aw, I got it on my fingers anyway. Wow, that's a weird texture. It's almost like biting into like a score bar, or like more like a score bar, where it's like really crispy. I don't expect that from a Kit Kat typically. Like the outside is, soft and wafery like you expect Kit Kat to be. But as soon as you bite in, there's like this hard kind of brittleness to it, which I guess are like the coffee pieces. So I guess maybe that's coffee bean or something. texture aside, it is really tasty. The texture thing is really weird, though. Like, if I didn't know better, I would assume that like this was like an old Kit Kat or something. Like maybe it was stale. Um, Even though like it doesn't taste stale after that. It's just that initial thing. That's really good. It's a very... I can't speak on cardamom flavor. Realistically, I can't speak that much on coffee flavor. I'm not a huge coffee guy. But it's very light. It's not overwhelming. And it plays extremely well with the chocolate, which isn't surprising considering, I mean, you know, coffee and chocolate, not terribly exclusive things. And my only point of contention is the crunchiness of it. It's not terrible or anything. It's just, it's not like biting into like a Nestle Crunch bar where the nougat gives real easily. You know, it adds texture, you know, in a nice way. This is kind of jarring to the experience, especially since it's a Kit Kat. That's a very, there's a weird way to put it, sort of wistful type of feeling, taste to it. Kind of dances on the chocolate a little bit. Once the chocolate kind of fades out, then you get more of the flavor. It doesn't taste particularly coffee-ish, if I'm entirely honest, which isn't entirely a bad thing. Like I said, I'm not a big coffee guy. But I was almost expecting it to be like sort of like a tiramisu, where you'd have sort of like a mix of sweet and bitter. With this, it's almost like a mix of sweet and fragrant, which is weird to say about a Kit Kat. But that's kind of how my taste buds interpret it. If you were to go over there and say just, oh, it's a weird Kit Kat, I don't think coffee would be my immediate go-to. But at the same time, I don't know what my immediate go-to would be. That's the thing. It's a really weird... I don't want to say it's a weird flavor. It's just a weird flavor for a Kit Kat. But it was really good. Like, it tasted really nice. Like I said, the only thing that held it back for me was just the texture thing. The actual taste itself was really good. Like, that for me would be in the upper tier of my Kit Kat experiences. That was very, very tasty. You know, like I said, I mean, I can't help but bring up the fact that, like I said, just the that texture thing kind of got me. It's a little bit, I mean, you know, maybe if I got used to it, but it just feels weird for a Kit Kat, you know. But still really, really good. Like, seriously. You know, every now and again, you know, you try out one of these Kit Kats. Like I said, I haven't had one that I haven't liked. But there's certainly been ones where I was a little bit unimpressed or whatever. With this, especially since I just had the one opportunity, I was really hoping, you know, that it would hold up. And it did. That was really good. Would I recommend it? If you can get a hold of one wherever you're at, if you're in one of the countries where it's offered, by all means. Now, would I import it? Maybe. I forget what I paid for it. The thing is, if I were going to do it again, I would probably go over there and get like a run of Kit Kats. You know, do like a number of them. And that one, I would probably go over there if I were going to do that again. I was only able to buy it as a single thing. It didn't come in a bag or anything like that, unfortunately. It's all fancy and stuff. I would probably go over there and get like maybe 2 or 3 of those. and then have a variety of other ones. But that's just a thing, man. That's really good. Seriously, it's really unique tasting. It has, it has sort of an artisanal aspect to it, which is again weird to say about a Kit Kat, but they clearly were trying for something. This wasn't just them like, here's a wacky flavor. This was them like, we're gonna give you an experience that you're not expecting out of your Kit Kat. And yeah, both texture and flavor, for, somewhat good and, somewhat bad. I don't want to say bad, but unusual. It did that, and it did so in a way that was really tasty. So, my only critique would just be like, maybe not so much with the crunchiness. But if the crunchiness is essential to the overall experience, keep it. Seriously, I'd be more than happy to deal with that because that's some tasty stuff. So, anyway, that's gonna do it for me, folks. If you could, 5 things before we get out of here. Number 1, have yourself a great rest of your day. Number 2, have yourself a great rest of your week. Number 3, have a great... Let's restart that. Sorry. This is like the 4th video I've done now, so my brain is a little bit like... Burr, 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 burr. And then on top of that, I haven't slept. I work nights. So you can see the sun shining. Great rest of your day. Stupendous rest of your week. Monumental rest of your month. Stupendous rest of your year. If you could go there and have yourselves a Arabic Kit Kat Twix rest of your life, because that was a pretty damn tasty Kit Kat, and it was a whole experience. There were some rough spots, but that's life, right? And at the end, it's delicious. So let's do that. Final 2 things for me, folks, before we get out of here. I'm not going to do another video because the sun is in my way. Damn you, sun. But Brandon, don't you have blinds? I do have blinds, but I like to leave the windows open here because of my hamsters. Final 2 things for me, folks, if you could. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, even if it doesn't always feel that way. But we do if you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Even if you can't put the good stuff out there, try not to take it away. Mitigate the level of assholishness in your life. It's usually pretty doable. Usually. You're going to have moments where you falter. I understand. But make the conscious effort. Let's all make the conscious effort. Make the world a little bit more pleasant place to hang out. That's all I'm saying. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to do. Maybe you're going to go over there. You're going to go out. You're going to find some more Arabic coffee Kit Kats. Sorry, brain is scattered. I've already mentioned why. And you're going to go over there. And you're going to try them out. They're going to be delicious. They're going to be so delicious. You're going to go over there. You're going to be like, hey, fat guy on YouTube who has weird shirts and stuff and Peter Can Thunderbolt poster, I could go over there and ship you a bunch of these because you're such a cool guy. And you can go over there and have all delicious treats. Just saying. Or conversely, maybe go over there, take up woodworking. I know how to woodwork. I was in woodshop for 4 years. Yay! Bye.